Alright, episode 9 of Power of Hope. We finally get another episode for Saki and Mai from Splash Star, so this is going to be a good one because finally they transformed. And so in this episode, it seems to focus more onto Saki, like how episode 4 focused on Mai. Saki seems to be having trouble with making her bread that her family is known for at Pumpaka Bakery, and she's having trouble saying this is no good and maybe I need to add more water and all that stuff. Having that thought about her baking. And since being close friends to Mai is able to tell what's going on with Saki in her mind of what she's feeling. It's a friend's intuition, so it's easy for friends to figure out what the other one's feeling. And just like how Saki gave her some advice in episode 4 about her problems with her boyfriend, who I now know we should just say ex-boyfriend. Now it's Mai's turn to help out Saki with her feelings. They hang out with the Yes Pretty 5 group, who all have been able now to transform into Pretty. And as for the beginning parts of this episode, it actually started off with Cure Dream and Cure Rouge. I almost called her Sunny for a moment. Fighting off some shadows and the Nozomi knocking out. Well, it seems to the serious of the flowers are starting to take its toll on the pretty cures to what they mean. Most specifically, Nozomi. I'm pretty sure it must be that the flowers are taking a more of a toll on her because she's been using the powers more frequently, and she was also the first to be able to unlock her pretty cure powers again thanks to the time flowers. And it's really still unknown why half the time flowers have bloomed, but we do know they're sinister, and it seems we may be able to find out in the next episode. But let's focus on this episode first. As Saki and Mai, who are the main focus of this episode, talk to each other more, we do get to learn more information about Saki's fiance, who will become her husband anytime soon. He seems to also have lived and grew up in Unagi and wants to learn about confectionery, while Saki is learning about bread making and all that stuff. And so, when they were at this cafe that opened 6 months ago, Saki said that the bread is really delicious, and she was talking about a city or town in France that she wanted to visit that had this old bakery where she can learn and study abroad and stuff like that, so she can learn how to make her bread nice. But she's having that feelings that she can't really tell everyone about her decision on this, and that they would not support her. But Mai, of course, does support her, but she needs help, expressing her feelings to the others around her. They go to the Sky Tree to, talk about, remember some stuff and all that. Well, that was on the next day and all that stuff. And then we had another attack of the shadows during this part. I think they attacked the same, development people again and all that stuff. And so apparently this shadow was definitely controlled by Belle, who, attacked Saki and Mai at the Sky Tree, and then Michiru and Karou showed up to, help and fight, and they, explained that we used to been darkness like you are now, but we are now trying to show that this world is the precious things that are about it, and they're gonna defend all the precious things that this world has shown them. But of course, Belle was not going to let that happen, and she says that of her more goal this is something about how humans are changing this world into becoming destruction itself. Which is not entirely true. Entirely is a bit true if you think about the environment issues that Earth and our world has, and that's also affecting what we've seen in Pretty Cure, because they've been showing a lot of climate change and all that stuff about littering and stuff. Dark and negative emotions seem to power up what we know powers up to the shadows and stuff like that, and that's what Belle's using to create them. So what we can tell about Belle's motives is that she has She seems to back when World War II or something like that, from what we know from Sonai's story, the clock tower stood. It seems like the bell in that clock tower is named after Bell because there's a design of an angel on it, and that angel is Bell. Sounds confusing when I say that. But something probably happened with Bell here to the Bell we have now, starting to make her despise humans and wanting to destroy them or put them, as she says, put them to sleep. And so, back to present day, even though we don't know what's going on with Bell's goals, but we can tell some hints from that sentence and all what I said about past things. Something had to happen between those points. But back to present day, Karou and Michiru were not able to, fend off the shadow that Bell sent to attack Saki and Mai. But then Saki and Mai, with Mai's, support, that Saki is still the same as she was as a child, despite being an adult and having, more responsibilities and stuff. She's still the same Saki. And so that with that, they were able to, transform into Percure themselves, into Cure Bloom and Cure Egret. And they had the, communes to help them transform. Although, what we do know is that, Saki, Mai, Choppy, and Flappy, they're fairy partners to transform. However, even though we do see them as the transformation devices, they do not entirely appear in this episode. No speaking role, no nothing. And of course, it's obvious about, Choppy's VA, who passed away. Would make it obvious since why Choppy or Flappy would not be able to appear in this, or, not even, get, voice lines or something like that. They could really just, so we probably give another voice actor that role specifically who can mimic Choppy's voice. But of course, I think that obviously that would not be good for some people, I guess, because they would just remember Choppy's name. But Choppy's voice is really iconic. So a lot of the fairy voices are really iconic. So it'd be hard to actually have another person take the role. But it would have been nice, at least Flappy and Choppy appear, or just talk for the hell of it. But of course, that did not happen. And even though that's disappointing, that did not make this quick battle with Bell's shadow any more surprising in that they were able to defeat it. And then they went back to the cafe time bar that Kenta and Mulder, friends from Splash Star owned. And they talked about the shadows happening. And then they finally revealed that Dark Knight Live's channel is run by Karou and Michiru. And they finally realized, that's why your voices sound familiar. Yeah, no kidding. It's been obvious the entire time. How can you not realize that until now? But yeah, that definitely happened. They figured out that Karou and Michiru do the Dark Knight Live videos. And that, Karou and Michiru also know where Bell is, and it's definitely the clock tower, which Kamachi, in the last episode, was correct about. But as they were, focused on this, the Time Flower struck again with Nozomi knocking her out, and a petal from the Time Flower that belongs to Nozomi lost one petal. So its sinister powers are definitely going to be shown in the next episode, as they have to figure out how Nozomi is fatigued and passed out from what Time Flower is causing, and with Coco's words in the preview, asking and begging that the girls do not transform into Percure, as it might affect them as well. Which is an obvious point, but with Belle's attack and assault, they have to probably make the risk that they're going to have to risk their own lives to protect everyone, even the cost of the Time Flowers and all that stuff. And so that is my review for Power of Hope episode 9. I really liked this episode, and I'm really liking all the episodes in this show about the Cures all grown up as adults and fighting again. And we're definitely going to see a lot more happening in episode 10. And I'll see you then, as we only have about 3 to 2 more episodes of Power of Hope, because it's going to end at 12 episodes. And so that's going to be where I left off. Hope you enjoyed my review and talking about, like, Power of Hope, and I'll see you next time in episode 10. Bye.